All right, I think we are live. Let me get Instagram going here. Here we go. I think this is working. Okay. All right, we should be live. What's up, everybody? Shoot us a live if you are hopping on this live stream in person here, or if not, you can post later if you're checking it out later. But we're here with someone that I'm super excited about, and he's showing a lot of support to our event coming up, our referral bootcamp, and actually one of our sponsors as well. So thanks for hopping on a little live with us today. We got the man Brad Mortensen from RepCard. Appreciate you coming on with us for a little bit today, Brad.
Yeah, dude, thanks for inviting me to be on the live here. It should be fun.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you were one of the first people I thought of when we started thinking about doing a referral boot camp, because I'm like, man, what better way to get referrals than RepCard? And just for me, it's helped me so much over the years just to organize my leads and something simple that you can follow up with your leads and check in with them later. And that's a big topic of the event, is just so many people, they forget about the people they talk to, they don't follow up with them. And I know it's a lot of things have changed, but yeah, like when you were first selling, Brad, were you, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but were you someone that always thought about following up like with your leads when you were knocking for pest control and all that? Or was that something that like came later for you?
Yeah, I mean, you can set your go backs and things like that, but I was always pretty diligent about going to my go backs back in the day with binder and you had pen and paper. And so as things evolved and you started using more technology, I just saw this huge gap, especially when I was running teams of like 60, 70 pest control guys. It's like all of these guys are out in the field and they're all setting all these go backs. They're setting all these appointments. They're trying to come back, trying to close deals. And then someone gets the cops called or whatever, and everyone shifts area. Let's say you just move 2 miles down the road. Like if 70 guys had 5 or 6 go backs each, there's hundreds of opportunities that just kind of get wasted. And so RepCard was created as a way to capture that time and at least give the homeowner a chance to reach back out to you if you don't end up going back, and you can always reach back out to them because they've given you their info. And then, of course, you can see all the notifications of when they're engaging. So it solved that huge problem. And so that's what it was formed, why it was formed. And then, yeah, on the referral side, after you do close someone or in solar, even if you don't close them and you knock on the door and they already have solar, ask them how their experience is. If they love that they got solar 4 years ago, like they're going to be an advocate for the product, whether you sold it to them or not. And you can still send them your rep card and get them to send you referrals to their family and friends and neighbors, even though you didn't sell them. And so there's a lot of ways that rep card can help facilitate referrals just in your business.
Yeah, definitely. And we were just talking before this, like how far RepCard has evolved. I remember when you guys first came out, it was just like the digital business card, and people were just like, oh, that's cool. But it's like now there's so many features. You got the knocking app, you got basically like your personal funnel and everything, landing page. I mean, yeah, what since you first launched it, how many new features have you added since you guys first launched RepCard?
There's a lot. I mean, there's
I guess the main ones.
Yeah, there's full chat for guys to do team chats, group chats, DM, stuff like that. Full canvassing, a full setter closer calendar that's lights out. I mean, it's amazing what it will solve for, just as we've listened to our users and we're able to solve for that. There's a competition builder if you want to run competitions and have rewards that are sent out to the reps that win. There's leaderboards. And so the nice thing about it is that all of it all works together. So it's all in one platform, and it really creates a nice ecosystem for any sales team to grow and to expand. So we've had teams that start with us that have 50, 60 users, and now they're at 400 users. And they've been able to scale and grow through using RepCard. It's not the reason, but it's allowed them to grow and expand and create processes so that they can focus on the recruiting side and the other operational things versus, getting stuck with, tech and having 10 different apps that every rep has to download and trying to keep all the communication in one spot, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes it so nice to just simplify. And like, in my opinion, RepCard, I think, is the easiest way to like start just following up with your leads. I know there's a lot of like, fancy software, CRMs and all that out there. But what I find a lot of times is guys get all caught up with this like AI technology, this like, complicated, the HubSpot CRM, all this like crazy stuff. And then they don't even use it half the time. So that's what I like about RepCard. And that's why I recommend it a lot, especially for guys just like, you know, starting out and trying to follow up with their leads and keep track of all this, just because I think it's like just so simple in there just to plug your customers in there, send them some text from there, and yeah, it just makes it a lot easier. So is solar your biggest industry right now that's using RepCard, would you say, Brad? Or
Yeah, it's one of the top ones. We have a few others that are pretty close. So there's just a big incentive in solar with the commissions. And so there's more incentive for people to take more time to follow up and to do more versus, a pest control account that's going to pay out a lot less. It's more of a one-touch close type of sale. You get the deal on the door if you can, maybe follow up 1 or 2 times if you're in the area. Whereas solar, it's like some people will have campaigns on our system where they're following up with people for 24 months. So they'll go build out a campaign that texts or emails the person every, 3 or 4 weeks. And you can have that running for 2 years after you knock their door. And so they can always opt out, but if they don't, usually you're just top of mind. If their neighbor, their buddy ends up getting solar and they're like, hey, I'm going to call that guy that's like in my email every week or every month. And so
definitely. Yeah, definitely love that.
Referrals. I mean, I love that you're putting on the referral bootcamp. It's almost like a second stream of income. When you talk about referrals, like you've got your active income, like selling people that you're following up with here and there. But like, if you look at referrals as like a second job or a second stream of income, you have to take it serious. You're not just going to tell a homeowner like, hey, congrats on going solar. Like, send me all your referrals. I'll see you later. And they're going to just like pour in. Like, you have to have a system and a process and a way to pay them and a way to keep them informed of what's going on. And if you'll take that serious, you can turn one job into 3 or 4, and then turn, some of those into 2 or 3 more. And it can really become an inbound lead source for you, but it takes work. And I think you putting on this boot camp is going to bring more light and shed more light on how to do that. And everyone's going to kind of do it different. Some people want to go with the crazy CRM. Some are going to want something more lightweight. But the referrals, if they are looked at like it's a separate business and it's not just like a touch and go, like, hey, send me your referrals. I appreciate it. I'll send you $50. And you create a process around it, you truly can transform your business because you have all these customers and all these other people spreading your message while you're quote unquote sleeping. While you're not with them, they can be sharing about sharing your information, and you're getting those incoming leads for a really good cost, because the referral business is always going to be the highest closing lead source. And so there should be more people taking it serious, but that's why you're running an event about it, because people don't, and they need to show up and they need to come learn, because whatever the tickets cost, I don't even know what they cost, but you're going to make all of it back in one referral. So you got to get there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, and it's so good. I never really thought of it that way, but that's a good way to put it. It's like referrals is almost like your side hustle of the regular business, because like, it's just like
everyone on door-to-door entrepreneurs, they're like, dude, I got to have 7 streams of income, and I got to be like Mr. Entrepreneur and got to do 10 things to feel like I'm really hustling. And it's like, calm down on the hustle meter. Let's just do your job and then add referrals to it to start, and you'll transform your income. And then from there, go buy real estate. Like, you do those things and you're good. But like trying to like dabble in all these things, it's like referrals. It's like I said, you don't have to start a new LLC. You don't have to go and create a business plan. You don't have to go make a website for it. You just got to make a process, and you're already sitting at the kitchen table with the people that are going to be your referral partners. So it's not like you have to go talk to a bunch of real estate agents, and there's like levels to referrals. But in the short term, if you're selling 6 jobs a month, that's not like what maybe some of these other guys are doing, but get those 6 people to give you as many referrals as you can and work through that, and then get to where you're selling 10 a month and work through those people. And it can really turn into a true machine that's feeding you 15 jobs a month, plus you're getting your 6 or 7 more that you can self-gen yourself. And now you're selling 22, and your income's changed. Ideally, you're buying real estate and your life can change. So those numbers aren't crazy either. It's not like we're talking about this 1%. It's just people need to take referrals more serious. So
100%. Yep. And so, that's one of the things we're going to be jamming on all that at the boot camp here on April 17th. It's coming up less than a week. We're at 4 days from now. We're going to be hanging out at the boot camp. We're going to be sitting in front of the Shark Tank. It's in an aquarium.
It's in Utah, right? In Utah on next Wednesday. Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah. Where is it at? I know I'm going. I know how big either, but where for people listening, where's it going to be at?
Yeah, good question. So it's going to be at the aquarium in Draper, Utah. It's called the Living Planet Aquarium. So let me throw that in a banner here so people can see. But yeah, it's going to be cool. Like, have you ever been to a solar event at an aquarium, Brad?
Dude, no. I'm bringing my swimsuit though for sure.
Okay, yeah. So Brad's going to be in there swimming with the sharks and in his swimsuit while we talk about referrals. Like, doesn't get better than that.
Dude, say no more.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the idea, is just like do something a little bit different. A lot of people are going to be there anyways for SolarCon, which is the day after, the Thursday through Saturday after. So I'm just like, hey, why not get some people together, talk about referrals. And the people coming, it's like these people, they're doing 30 plus installs a year, just 100% referral. And so it's guys that I've had on the podcast, and I'm just like, man, a lot of these guys, they're doing more off of referrals, more installs in a year than just an average rep that's knocking. And they're just getting that purely off referrals. So that's what fascinates me so much, is just like you were saying, if you can add this little separate side hustle, side income stream, and also supplement it with, or, do your regular knocking and supplement it with the referrals, it's like so much potential there. It just makes so much sense.
And that the reality is that can switch. It can go to where now you're running all your referral leads and you're supplementing it with knocking doors.
Yeah.
And so I have some good friends that are doing that currently, that they've told me recently, and they're guys that like high trust. They're not trying to like one up me and whatever. Like, they're just like, dude, I live off of referrals. I literally don't have time to knock anymore because I've built a referral machine. And so, it's just, they've gone all in on it, So.
Yeah. Love it. Well, Brad, thanks for helping us just talk a little bit about how we can use the software, and we haven't finalized this or talked about it, but we may or may not give you some time to speak up there at the event a little bit and just tell people how they can, better implement this and the things they can do to set up their customers to potentially give them more referrals. So before we wrap up here, like, just advice outside of the technology, I guess, what are some things that you would suggest, or maybe some things you've seen with like power users of RepCard? What do you think they're doing different to just not only use the software, but how they're like setting up their customers to give them more referrals, and then, sending them the RepCard and all that? Have you seen some patterns or things that guys are doing different that are super successful getting referrals through RepCard?
Yeah. So when you send someone your card, you're basically sending them your URL, your RepCard URL, and they can save the URL to their phone. And it turns out to be like a little app icon on their home screen. And so they can send referrals extremely quick, and they don't need to remember their password and login. They can just send you referrals, and it tracks it on your end. There's no way for them to see a full tracking yet. That's something that will be coming, but they can send you those referrals, and you get notified of who it came from and who they referred, and you can send that new referral your RepCard, and that whole ecosystem exists in RepCard. And so the people that are doing it the most have campaigns going to keep people, remembering about your referral incentive, and then they make it easy for them to send it by putting it on their home screen. And so
Yeah.
it's just a few button clicks. So yeah, we can talk about that at the event. I'd love to get a few minutes and show everyone how that can work for the guys that want to do something more simple and that's more plug and play versus creating a whole new CRM.
Yeah. So good. Cool. So I hope everyone can join us at this event. We posted the link for it. If you've not gotten your ticket, it's bootcamp.solarpreneurs.com. You still got 4 days to go grab a ticket. And then just to remind people, there's 2 ways to get a ticket to this event. Number one, you can either use our code and go grab your ticket for SolarCon, and we'll hook you up with a free ticket. Or if you just want to come to the 1-day event and you're like, I'm not going to SolarCon, but I want to go double my income this year and just learn more about referrals, then the website is bootcamp.solarpreneurs.com. Once again, bootcamp.solarpreneurs.com. And you can also message me. We might have a little discount, hook you up. So shoot us a message. But Brad, thanks again for hanging out with us. Can't wait to see you at the aquarium, hang out with everybody there, and it's going to be a good time. So appreciate you guys and appreciate the support at RepCard. But I can't wait for them.
Appreciate what you're doing. Thanks, Taylor. Take care, bro.
All right, man. Okay, we'll see you soon.
Peace.